Welcome, Meepers, listeners, viewers, everyone around the world for the first ever live What's Meepin' podcast presented by the Meep John Tour. We're glad to have everyone listening in, watching on YouTube live, anyone on Spotify who's listening, not live, but thank you for your listens. Today we have myself, Kevin, and Pete. Manny will be joining us later on the episode. Stay tuned for the return of the Manny on the Meep John Tour. Today we're going to be talking about the Rio Pinar Wintertide Classic coming up this Saturday. Talking about the field list, the field odds generated by ChatGPT. Also interviewing last year's winner, Mr. Kevin Rigo. And just keep along. How are we feeling, guys?
I'm feeling great, and the live chat, we got some action going on here, so got a couple requests on hard-hitting subjects that we're gonna get to. I was planning on getting to these anyway, so I'm excited. This is really cool seeing this happen in real time.
Yeah, and I think you need to explain yourself on a lot of things here, Kevin. Like,
But
you think that the rules committee is ran by you, but let's be real here. There's an inner circle that is watching you and monitoring every move that you make. You're gonna have to explain yourself and how you did your
I'm
Rio
just a
Pinar
puppet
stuff.
for the inner circle.
That's what you think.
Thank you.
There's a lot more on the inside of that. Glad to be back, gentlemen. Meet John Tour 2025. It's our third year doing this, and sky's high, and we're looking good as always, and very happy to be here. So, let's see what we got.
Here we go, dude. I'm so excited for this weekend. Saturday, the first tournament. We got 10 in the field. Uh, Afternoon round at Rio.
I still need to call Rio and make sure we
Oh, please do that. We don't want to waste
completely
the
forgot today.
MJT budget of $0. Uh, yeah, you guys want to walk through the holes? I know we have a hole flyover. We can kind of go through each hole. I know they switched up hole 1 and hole 10. Starting on hole 10, uh, get these transitions work out. You guys can see that.
Oh, that looks incredible.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
So,
that looks great. We can fly through these.
I do. All right. So, play it here. So this is a par 5 to start out. 508 yards from the tips.
Pretty open for Rio standards because they cut down a lot of those trees, so you can see both bunkers right off the tee.
Right.
I think the only trouble you can really get into is the second shot. There's that water to the right of the green. So if you're like tempted to go for it, might end up price.
And it's funny you mentioned that the only trouble there is that water there on the right hand side there with that hazard. But I can rest assure you, I know there's a lot more trouble you can get in right off the tee box and laser it straight into the driving range right there on the left. So those high handicappers, be careful. Giving you the real perspective of where the ball is going to actually go inside that driving range there on the left hand side. So
Dude, yeah. I mean, the water, it seems to always either you're heading in the water or you're going to be hitting in the trees to the left here on the second approach shot. I do that every single time over on that left there. I'm always in those trees every single time. And there's always at least 20 wolf squirrels about to attack me at once, too. So,
yeah, you got to watch out with the snacks there too, because they
oh,
come in
yeah.
there. They even grab your
Oh
car
yeah.
keys and your wallets and stuff. So you
Oh
really
yeah.
got to watch out.
So then we
One thing they can't take is my dignity because I lose that on the golf course when I play. So
let me move a hole to 11. It's a pretty short par 4.
Pretty narrow too. This one you can lose a lot of balls right. It looks like it opens up, but it really doesn't. Can't go left. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a challenging hole here, especially if you go to the left, you're stuck in all the trees and by the houses and everything. You really got to hit that ball straight down the fairway.
Yeah, and even
I,
this.
I think. Please,
Okay, of
sir.
course, yeah, I'll continue. Yeah. I even think like this green is like pretty hard to hit. It's pretty narrow, and usually the pin positions like in the front, being able to go up and down from like a 150 yard shot is pretty difficult to do.
Yeah, this whole I made a chip in on this hole, which was just a putt from the fringe for me. Right in Dylan's face. Incredible. I think it was for a birdie. Probably won a skin too. Um, but but yeah, this whole all the greens here are pretty small from what I remember. Pretty hard to hit the greens, but last time we were there, they were rolling nicely. surprisingly nice. So
I'm hoping it's good. It's good this weekend, especially for the price. But I feel like aeration shouldn't be happening right now. Anyways.
no, there should.
Well, it's a Florida thing, Kyler. I think you should understand.
Dude, oh
This is
my god.
actually this is the exact place where, if I'm not mistaken, this is where the phone
Yep.
call happened, where the aeration was so bad that I called and I complained. The guy goes, "Well, you understand, aeration. It's a Florida thing, sir. It's not. It's everywhere."
Oh, that was Rio. I
But
forgot about that. Oh
It
my
was,
god.
that
and it
was
was
the
actually, I
previous
think, on hole
owners.
14 is when I called because it was so bad.
It was really bad.
Yeah, there were piles of sand.
There were.
It was
But that was the previous ownership. That's the new ownership has been great every time we go.
new ownership, new range. So they are mats, unfortunately. Had to get out there. So yeah, this part 3 is, I think, pretty gettable, pretty wide open green, unless you get it too far into the 2 bunkers back.
Yeah, I did that last time I played here, and I bladed my next shot into the water.
This is it's a tough hole. Then we get to hole 13. This one's another tough hole.
Very short 4 though.
Pretty tight too. I always seem to hit it past the green.
Yeah, you land short right there by that before that bunker. That way you have a nice about 190 in. I mean, you might not even need to use a driver here, to be honest. You could use a high iron or even a hybrid, right?
Well,
It's
I won't
probably
be giving away my strategy here. I know you're
Well, I
trying
didn't
to
really ask for
pick
your
the
strategy,
winner's
man,
brain, so
because you're already disqualified from the competition for having too many
Oh.
clubs in your bag.
That's very interesting, actually.
This is an allegation we're gonna have to investigate after the podcast.
I would love you to investigate that.
This hole
Yeah,
is
this hole can lick my nuts.
yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, the water on the left runs so far all the way towards the hole.
And the water on the right. If you try and play
Oh, there's
it safe,
water on the right. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
you blast it.
There's always that house right there where the people look like they're sitting outside watching you play, and I'm always messing up.
Another par 5. Oh, this is the infamous hole. Is this the hole where Pete was under the tree branch?
Under the tree.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely, yeah, right here around the corner, right there before you get to the
right
green.
right for the river that crosses in
Yes.
front of the green.
It's coming up right here.
Yeah,
now.
we'll
Nice,
pause it
straight,
and yeah.
slow and steady approach to the pane.
I wish you could draw a picture on this video so you can show.
Yeah.
That's the tree right there.
Right.
On the left. Yep,
You're right
Yeah,
here on the
because you
left.
hit the tree, hit the cart
Yep.
path, and then went into the water.
Yes. They're plugged in. There is a
Fantastic.
video. There is evidence.
There is evidence of that.
Oh yeah.
That was a very, very, very bad day.
One note here: this video was taken, I think, in 2018. So, hope it doesn't look like that.
It's a lot more open. I've noticed on this 9. It's a lot more open than going.
Yeah.
Next hole, I think, is that long 3. This 3 here, this is probably the hardest hole on the course, I think.
Yep.
A long 3, and it's pretty narrow.
I always end up there on the left with the dirt patch there. Every single time.
The ball just bounces and trickles right into the dirt.
Yeah, every time, and then I get into the bunker and I keep going back and forth. Triple book the card. Hole 17, par 4. This one's pretty easy. This one's another short one.
Short 4.
On this one, I feel like a lot of people go right, though, in those trees every time, too.
Yeah, I tend to go left off the tee, except this hole right here. I tend to blast it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this hole, but it's like so short, but can be difficult. Escape with a par.
It's a little more narrow, so it makes it a little more challenging. The distances makes you want to club down and be smart on there, but usually I'm not smart.
Yeah, true. Smart. Finishing hole 9. Hole 18, but hole 9 now. Par 4, little dog leg left. This one isn't too bad either.
This was where my electric.
Oh yes.
My electric bogey happened.
Then you end
we
up
can
in
talk
this...
about it a little bit
okay.
later.
Sure, yeah, we can do that. Maybe bring up the video. You can talk about what you were feeling in that moment a year ago. Actually, more than a year ago now.
Yeah, like a year and well, yeah, I think it was like early February we did it. What a perfect day. That weather was perfect.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
Weather's going to be perfect on Saturday. It's gonna be like 70, sunny.
We're not advertising for Rio Pinar.
We're not, but we are. This is a Eagle Visions golf video, so shout out to them making this video. Thank you.
Collaborate with us.
Hole 9, another par 5. We got trees on the left. Wait, is it like that? Or they cut it
Yeah.
down though. They cut down the street. Okay.
They might have, because I remember there's like a big sand pile there on the left-hand side, but yeah, otherwise this is just automatically starting the pain. You laser the ball to the trees and you automatically just put a 10 on the card, which I have done a few times playing here. It's either a bogey or a 10. There's no in between on this hole for me. So.
And this river in the front, they filled it in, so it's grassed now. So
Oh, did they really? Okay.
yeah, there's a little bit of mercy.
I'll also
That's
talk
where I
about
took the
the drop.
allegedly controversial drop
The biggest
in the
yeah.
drop zone.
controversial
you know,
drop
in,
of the year.
in the circle that said drop in it.
Still a controversy.
This one, I always feel like I attack this right side corner and always end up in the tree somehow.
A lot of Rio is just like being able to place yourself in the, put your ball in the right place. I don't know why. It's just on paper, it doesn't seem like that hard of a course, but once you get out there, you can really get in trouble.
Right.
So narrow with all the trees, and then there's water pretty much everywhere, and it sneaks up on you. And then if you land under those trees, the little
It's
all
done.
dirt and like the pine needle shit,
Pine needles.
and
So tough.
You might as well just chalk it up.
This one's just a straightaway par 4. Just keep everything straight, which is difficult to golf.
Fighting for my life in this chat right now. Dylan is can we get a moderator to like ban this guy from the chat? This is unbelievable.
Oh man, I have the same middle name as this guy. That's horrible.
Dylan
Oh no.
Alexander. Oh man.
Yeah, that sucks.
That guy stinks. Anyway.
This
Let's
one's pretty
continue.
simple par 3.
Oh yeah, that one's tough though, because the way the green is angled, it's easy to go long and bounce off like down towards the cart path, and that's a tough spot
Yeah,
to
to
be.
the right side there.
It is pretty tough, and there always seems to be wind at this course.
Oh yeah. And it's like goes the opposite direction you think it's actually going.
Yeah.
All right, so par 4, hole 5. This one's weird though. The tee box is off to the left now.
Wait a second,
They
isn't
switch
this
it.
Isn't this the hole that you ran after you had Chipotle?
It was after
was,
this
right?
hole.
It
It was
was
after
It
this
was the
hole.
next
Yeah,
hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
It in the brand new bathrooms.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can I can show where that's at.
And
That
you
was-
nuked the shit out of him.
That was I went so fast. Like my 40 speed had to be like sub 4 seconds. I could right here. Well, if you look straight ahead past the screen, that's where like the new bathrooms are. Absolutely ran as fast as I could. I did par that hole. That was pretty good.
The bathrooms had like just open. I don't even know
Oh,
if there
yeah.
were doors on the bathroom yet.
Pooping in the wilderness.
This one's definitely been cut down. There's not as many trees. They added a bunker,
They had a
on,
bunker
the
on the left
of the
side.
hole.
Yep. It's annoying because that sand. I don't know if they changed it, but that sand was different than
Soft.
this right bunker.
It's like brand new soft sand.
Yeah, Augusta sand.
And it's hard to carry. Like they put it at like 280, I think, out, which is like if you're short, you bounce into it, you carry into it, you're buried, and then not many people are carrying it over 285.
Right.
Not on this tour, at least. Well, that's a fact. That's not a shot at anybody.
Okay, Kevin, I outdrive you half the time.
Oh, thank you, Pete.
You're welcome.
Oh, this one. Oh my goodness. So
This one's
difficult
tough
keeping
because
the
I can't hit
fairway.
a draw.
It's
Yeah,
just
you
like
put the tree right before the ball even gets off the tee box.
there's just so many trees on this course.
No, is this an arboretum? Like, are we playing on a golf course or what the? It makes you put into perspective when you actually get this drone view of actually how many trees there are at Rio Pinar.
Yeah.
The whole place is trees.
Oh, this par 3 is very difficult. And Kyler, were you there last time? Who were we playing with where 3 of us duffed our balls into the water?
Oh, yes, I remember
Holy shit.
that.
I can't remember who that was. All three of us were in that water. That was so fun.
I want to say I was part of that group that went in the water. No?
Oh god. There four of us and only one person was near the green. What a miserable hole.
Were we playing a scramble?
No, this was just like a random round.
Oh. No recollection.
We get to the
Bro,
final
I,
hole.
bro, I keep glancing down at the chat and like,
Plus-
dude.
Is this guy talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning game right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta
I have a
ban this
serious
guy.
issue with this guy. I hope he never wins so we don't have to interview him.
He did, but it was a Mickey Mouse win, which we'll
Correct.
get to.
That's when it was raining and everybody got sick and we had to leave. That didn't count.
All right, then we end on that hole 18.
No, it wasn't the raining one.
Well, that was Parker that won that one.
That was
Sorry, that
Parker.
one actually counted then.
Thank you.
Yep.
all right, so I think we want to do a live release of the pairings, the field list. This will be
Hope we have
posted.
enough carts for you guys. I just thought about that.
What do you say?
Have a what?
I said I hope they have enough carts.
The new
Oh,
ownership has been very good with running the place.
we just drive our cars.
Just go off roading on the golf course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Usually when it's like noon time frame at Rio, it's usually no carts available.
And you're looking at like a 5.5 hour round.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, it's all about the grind. So we got the graphic ready to be shown. We have 3 tee times starting at 12:03, 12:12, and then 12:21. Ready to release them?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Do, 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 do.
Do, 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 do. So we got Charlie Davis starting out 12:03, leading off the Meet John Tour. I think last year Charlie actually hit the first tee shot
It was
on
his
tour,
first tournament.
knowing that he would win 5 last year. Kind of crazy. And then we got last year's winner, Kevin Rigo, myself, Manuela. Oh, he got the blanket ready. Oh, they can't see that, but like, and they got the Troy boy joining us with and Manny. And then the last tee time, we got Evan, Michael, Tommy boy, Polly, rounding out the first field of the year. So first initial glance, who has the advantage? What tee time has the advantage right now?
I think. Ooh, well, it depends if Charles and David get paired up with someone, with the people, which they probably will. I think
Oh,
they have the advantage. I don't know. Golfing in pairs is always a little bit easier, but if they're with random people, that's some pressure. I think that last tee time. I think the middle tee time has the advantage because we got Manny. But that last tee time, if you're like waiting,
what does Manny have to do?
we just have Manny. What's good vibes guy.
He has a great vibe. So is Troy.
But that last tee time waiting, like we could strategically, I'll just put it out there, like if we just play on the verge of like being slow enough to get a penalty, but not that slow so we don't get a penalty, and then make Evan lose his mind, boom, right there, that whole entire tee time goes down.
Dude.
Yeah. I think strategically the beginning is the best because at least I feel there's a lot less pressure, especially when I'm at the end. I've noticed I start to look at the scoreboard. I'm like, well, this person's only 2 shots ahead of me, and then I start freaking out. I like setting the tone early, and you just got to worry about how you play because you're always ahead of what's behind you. And I could see how the pairing does play a benefit, especially if they don't have any random people to play. That is big up there. What that comment about Manny there, I do find that kind of suspect. I do think he will delay your game if anything.
Why is that?
Uh,
He plays with good speed.
well,
Dude, that guy
he
doesn't
might be
think
playing
in
cart
between
golf.
shots. He just
He,
steps
he
up
will
and
he will not be
sends it.
playing cart golf. and Troy will start getting angry, snap another club, and we'll
That's
start to get
strategic
off right.
placement. That's strategic placement to get Troy off his game. He's coming off a Meepers victory.
This is
Yes.
true. Very
Last winner.
intelligent play by the scheduling committee and the pairing committee. Absolutely genius play. And then after that occurs, Evan will start to melt down, and then Paul just becomes very confused. And I've not met Michael yet. I don't know how he is demeanor wise, but then I could see Thomas already getting very, very upset too with
Oh
Evan's
my God,
behavior.
Michael, dude, I'm looking at Coleman and I'm like, I forgot Michael's last name was Coleman. I'm like, who the hell is Coleman? And I didn't want to ask, but
That is Michael Coleman.
yeah,
Yep.
Michael's fun to play with. Played with him at the Pepperidge Farms.
He's a
I
good
think that's going to
player.
be a good group. He's a very good player. I'm curious to see how Paul does with the pressure of being in the last group with, strangers watching behind him and then everybody waiting on 8 for him to approach.
Yeah, I could see that. I wonder how far if Charlie and David are just themselves, how far ahead they would be, and if they would like pick a ball off a root or something.
That's interesting. Yeah, because you're not allowed to take relief from anything that's not man-made, USGA rules. So last year, actually hole 1, which is hole 10 this year, that par 5 that kind of dog legs left, my tee shot was somehow landed on top of a stump, and I had to
I
play it
remember
off
that.
that
That's right.
stump. It was bizarre how it just ended up there. It's like right on just on the left side of the fairway, um one of the trees they cut down, the stump was there. My ball just nested in that stump. And I played it. Almost broke my wrist.
They
Well,
were lies.
that's because you're not a member at Rio Pinar CC,
Correct.
folks.
But because I played through that, I was rewarded with a victory. So
Dude, congrats on that. So out of
thank you.
all this list here, so little spoiler alert, we do have odds, field odds going into the event that were produced by
Brought to you
Chat.
by,
Yep,
yes,
please.
Chat GPT, which we are not sponsored by. So this is not an advertisement.
We are
Uh,
seeking sponsorship by ChatGPT, but
Are we?
uh,
Oh my God.
thank you.
that's the odds that
Is
are
that
compiling in
is
ChatGPT.
is that ChatGPT? I was about to say Colin.
Processing.
Yeah,
Processing.
ChatGPT is
Sponsorship.
compiling who's gonna win.
They were listening the whole time.
They're like,
So before we reveal the field odds, what are your guys' guesses on who's on the top, who's on the bottom? And note that we fed
Ooh.
ChatGPT all of last year's stats, last year's performance in the Wintertide Classic, the handicaps, and recent play performance.
well, with that
Mm,
into account, again, I don't know how Michael plays and what his fare is as far as odds wise, but I could see how either Charlie, Kevin, yourself, or Troy, or even Evan. Evan's been playing very well recently.
why
I
don't
could
you just
see how
list off the whole field?
well, that was 5 players out of 10, so that's half.
But
I guess yeah, that could. You didn't even know my analysis were getting with this, Kevin. That could be the top half of the group, and then rounding out the rest of the other folks that I don't want to tarnish their names, right? And I know I have an idea who's going to be at the bottom, but again, I do not want to make any allegations without seeing the list, please.
so do you have a top?
If I had one pick,
Yeah, like one, like
yeah,
yeah.
like the one that you asked
If you
for
had one
originally.
pick,
Yeah, the one that you asked for originally, I'd probably go with Barham Slam. I mean, that guy, he's coming off of a hot season. Again, he didn't win the Meepers, but he did win the Meep Index, and I could see him starting off hot again.
what would you say the odds are? If that's the
I'd say
case.
his odds are probably somewhere in the plus 600, plus 800
Wow,
variable
for
range.
first place.
Yeah. Well, I said he's gonna win. I didn't say he has the best odds. I guess.
Oh, okay. Who do you think has the best odds?
Probably, unfortunately, the guy that's pictured in this photo here.
Has the best odds? No. I don't know about that.
Yes, you
But
probably have the best odds to win, and I will crown that to you to not give you a curse, but to just be
no,
honest.
that's purely malicious.
Nope.
What do you think, Kevin? What do you think?
You know, I don't want to say anything too ridiculous, but I would have gone with Paul um, for the best odds, but some insider information was slid to me this morning. Um, I'm gonna have to step away from my Paul prediction. Um, I think David's a good pick here. He's 1 for 1 in tournaments that he's played in. Um, oof. I think David or Thomas. Those are my two picks. 1 and 2, or 2 and 1, whatever.
I feel like I want to go with you because
That's malicious. That cancels out Peter's prediction, so thank you.
oh
Wait,
no,
what?
I forgot about the malicious part. I think I have to go with you, but I can't say who I think is first because I know what the odds are.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Insider trading.
yeah. All right, without further ado, we see in the comments here that Dylan thinks Thomas is bottom on top. Jesus.
Dylan also said something about if he was in the first group, he would cheat. So that
You did
take
say
out
that. Yeah, please note that. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Without further ado, field odds presented by ChatGPT. Thank
Seeking sponsorship.
Ooh.
Wow.
So this is categorized by ChatGPT as top contenders, mid-tier, underdogs, and dark horses.
Wow, David at plus 1500 is an absolute snipe.
That is a snipe.
That is a snipe.
He's a 5 handicap, according to Thomas.
Well, I don't know how ChatGPT. Well, I guess technically, since that does play into a factor with the net score, so I could see why that makes it more challenging.
Kind of crazy that I knew that Barham Slam, like you said, would be at the top.
It's a fantastic graphic. I just want to point out that I think maybe this will fuel his fire, but I think it's a little disrespectful to put Troy at the 5th best odds, considering he's coming off a Meepers victory. That's crazy. The guy hasn't even taken the jacket off yet, and he's in 5th place right now.
Is very
Well,
that is kind of crazy. I
Well, ChatGPT is about facts, not feelings here, Kevin.
Yeah, you want to
interesting.
see what ChatGPT had to say about each person. So Charlie has 5 wins last year, proven dominance.
Wow.
Even ChatGPT said that.
But did ChatGPT take into account that he was trending in the wrong direction going to the end of the year?
That's a good point. Maybe he didn't catch that.
Because that's there's some things that ChatGPT maybe doesn't see, like the Bulldog and Troy.
But a
Did they take that into
bulldog.
account?
I think should we move Troy to the bulldog category?
Oh no, the odds are set.
Let's see. It just says for myself that 2 wins last year and 7 handicap isn't too bad for net play. Evan, recent strong round, 1 win last year, and his
Big win.
handicap makes it tough, but it's still a real contender. Mr. Troy Boy, a major winner, and his I think his handicap helps a bit.
Can we pause really quick?
Oh yeah, we're pausing.
Thomas just asked where do you think Dylan Alexander would place if he played? We already have that answer. He would place close to last place. He'd shoot in the 90s. He would blame the little kids behind us that are trying to learn golf. So yeah, we know Dylan would play completely terribly here.
And then I think, Kevin, there's another question Thomas has for you. What are your thoughts about Dylan Sanchez and his Mickey Mouse win last season?
Oh yeah, we'll get into that maybe a little bit later.
I'm very curious what you think about Dylan Alexander Sanchez and how he plays golf. Hashtag shut up, Thomas. Do us all a favor and don't show up Saturday.
That's crazy. That sounds like a threat.
Oh my god.
Those kids tried killing me. Well, no, they thought that they were your friend. So
Yeah, some unsavory things came out of that guy's mouth that were, it was the first tournament of the season. We didn't want to hand out suspensions, but, we should have suspended Dylan.
Well,
Anyway, let's continue.
I expect nothing. I expect nothing less or short in this matter. Pun intended from a Tampa Bay fan.
So it says Paul had a win, but his handicap his higher handicap means he could sneak in if he plays well.
That's true.
Mr. Kevin Rigo, defending Wintertide Classic champ, but your lower handicap means you'll have to grind.
Lower handicap, interesting.
Yeah. Mr. Thomas Pollard, his handicap could be an advantage if he plays decently.
Thank you.
That's all.
I mean, you can say that for everybody.
Did ChatGPT just say suck?
Dude, look at dude. Manny's is. It says its handicap. His handicap, if he avoids blowups, he's got a shot. We know he won't. Oh, David, it says 1 win last year, but not much proven consistency. And then Michael, his handicap means he has to go super low, but his raw talent keeps him in play.
What's Michael's
Odd
handicap?
talent.
I
Wanna
think
say,
it's like 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's low.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very good at golf.
Yes.
Damn.
He's fun to play with too. Great
That's
guy. Anything else we want to talk about here?
No, just that Rio is going to be all about. I think it's going to be all about getting up and down because those greens are small. You can get into a lot of trouble with the trees. And if you can't work the ball around the greens, I think tough. Which is like last year, the only reason I won is because I had my best ever. I think I had like 24 putts, which is stupid, and that's the only reason I came close to winning. And forced the playoff is because I was getting up and down. If I could shoot the same exact way and not make the putts, and I'm shooting like 95.
Yeah, I'm curious how the 3.5. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate the
Thank you,
clarity
Mike.
there. We'll make sure to adjust that and the oh yeah, I agree with like the greens and stuff. Putting well to score well, and then also my issue at Rio is just not hitting it in the tree. But so all right. Without further ado, would we like to interview the winner of last year?
I'm excited to interview the guy. Class act.
Guy's amazing. All right, here we go. One moment. All right. And here he is, Mr. Kevin Rigo. Dude, we're so glad to have you on the podcast. How does it feel to be joining What's Meepin'?
I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I don't think I've been interviewed since I won this tournament last year. So I'm excited to be back on the program.
Dude, appreciate it. I don't know if you want to pull up Squabit on your end from last year, but we have a lot to talk about. We had a huge field last year, 16. Fact.
Yeah, I only dominate in big.
Interesting. Like
You can call me the
Masters?
anti-Evan.
Like,
Oh,
Wow. Direct shot at Evan.
that is correct. Thank you.
walk us through how you're feeling that whole round.
How I was feeling?
A year and a month's change.
Yeah, I couldn't say exactly how I was feeling, but I didn't think I was really close to winning until like later in the back. I think after that long par 3, I think if I remember correctly. I think I parred it and I was like, okay, I probably have a good chance. And then that next hole, I remember missing a very short putt, probably because I had looked and I saw that I was close to winning. And then hole 18 was just a ridiculous tee shot, goes into the trees, try and punch out, hit the tree, go into the fairway bunker to greenside bunker, one shot, and then putt in for bogey to force the playoff.
That was a crazy putt.
Yeah, that was
Like a what, 10 at least?
no, I wasn't that long. It was
7?
probably like 6.
Felt longer.
Yeah, it felt long. And I remember I lined up that ball, and when I got up over it, I was like, my line is not correct. and instead of doing the smart thing and stepping back, I just adjusted on the fly, and it worked.
We do have a question in the chat for the winner. Will you listen to Think of It during tomorrow's round as potential motivation?
So we're not playing tomorrow, so we're
Great
playing
response
Saturday.
That
there.
was great.
Good PR
But
team that you have there.
but I might, because when I think back last time I listened to Thick of It during a round, I actually finished, in the lead at the Evermore Resort. And then the round after, when I wasn't listening to Thick of It, I played terribly and dropped to like sixth place or whatever it was. So, um, maybe I will.
Yeah, Kevin, I think that one thing that I do like that you do a lot is, but there's very few things, but I will point this
Thank
one
you.
thing out. I do like how you tend to focus on playing golf and not focus on the scoreboard. So when you do see these odds and these predictions, and you hear all these things like Dylan Alexander and
That
Thomas
guy.
making these comments, you do such a great job keeping so composed and ignoring all the outside noise and stuff. When you're playing out there on the course, how does it impact you when somebody who is maybe not having the best round or playing, how does that affect you? Do you try to do the same thing and ignore it? You try to encourage them, give them tips? I know we're all friends here too, right? But what exactly is your strategy when somebody that you're playing in a group with is not playing very well and is being a Debbie Downer?
Oh yeah, that's a interesting question. During a tournament, I would never give out tips. Um, Even during rounds, I always like I'm like an 8 handicap. I don't think I'm qualified to give out tips unless it's something that's like very obvious, or if the person's open to like, hey, this is what I think's happening. But I typically try not to give out tips. But if someone's being a downer, oof, it depends on who that person is. Um, yeah, it's very situational. I'm usually just kind of sticking to myself, maybe crack a joke here or there, try and keep it light. We're all just trying to have fun. We're not, the PGA is not scouting us out here. We're not getting our cards at the end of the round. So yeah.
Well, that's true in some situations, but I have seen some PGA folks with their binoculars out watching us golf, so that's perfect answer there.
In
Thank you.
terms of squirrels out there, is there any particular strategy that you implement to distract yourself from the um, giant creatures that are roaming that course?
It's impossible to stay focused when things are around. And I think Paul's in that last group, and he loves those squirrels.
Oh
Um,
yeah, he'll
so
take a few pictures.
if you pay attention, he'll be, that'll throw him off his game. Looking at those squirrels trying to get pictures, probably be trying to feed them. So yeah, those things are hard to ignore because they'll come up and you'll like Pete was saying, they'll jack you. They'll jack your car keys, your wallet.
Yeah, they're well-trained thieves. So, on that note too, I know you do like to bring snacks during the round. Are you changing any snacks out, or you're just bringing the same arsenal of all your tools that you bring?
Bringing the same Uncrustables, except we have a new flavor that's been released, raspberry, very delicious flavor. So that will be making its done debut. Um, those are delicious. It's not quite as good as the grape. The grape is still the best one, and then so it'll be raspberry, and then the honey is the second one. So depending on how we're feeling, what we need that day, those will be in the bag. But sometimes I'm not hungry during the round. I don't always eat it, but it'll be there in case I need it.
And then I had a take from a coworker yesterday. They said they like to eat their Uncrustables just slightly after they're taken out of the freezer. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, that thing's got to be thawed out. I don't want that frozen.
I'm glad you're a normal human. We all looked at him and we were all laughing at him like, you actually are absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's not right. That's disgusting.
But hopefully those squirrels don't steal your snacks because those are pretty good snacks there.
So we have Manny on the line. Do we want him in now, or you want to wait till the return of the Manny segment?
I wait till the return of the Manny.
Okay,
We'll bring him in.
sounds
Uh,
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to transition
Dylan's
out of
asking
here
some
anyways.
questions down
I got
here.
I got to go practice my golf game so the next time that I play, I'm ready
Oh,
to take over.
all right. When is your next appearance?
You'll find out.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Ask the controversial winner, Kevin. That seems to
Yeah,
be
this is
you.
crazy.
How does your game compare now versus last year? What a great question from Dylan Alexander.
That's interesting. I don't think it's as good as last year. It's not as consistent as last year. That'll be my answer. Um, Handicap's gone up a little bit. Haven't been able to practice as much. Haven't hit a ball in a couple weeks, but I'll be hitting balls tomorrow in preparation. We'll be ready. No excuses.
And then I see Dylan also has another question. What are you gonna
No,
have for
he
breakfast on
gets
Saturday?
he gets one question every 3 months. We're done with him.
All right, Dylan, that's all you're owed.
All right. Well, Kevin Rigo, if you have any closing thoughts, I know. Well, I do want to ask you one question about the controversial drop. Was it controversial?
Really quick before Pete heads out, there's an important question in the chat. I'll read it to you.
Okay.
They want to know, can you address the elephant in the room
Oh
of
yes.
the bathroom at work with the alleged burrito and
Yeah, of
that
course.
whole
No,
situation.
so I am another coworker of mine that I had Aramark today. This is the first time I've had Aramark. I'm not bashing Aramark because they are on these networks. Yes, hello Aramark, I love you. Sponsor me. I had an Aramark sandwich today, first time in several months.
Brutal. So not a
Yes.
burrito.
No, it was not a burrito. He was very incorrect. I read there actually I went back and I read all the messages that I sent that he allegedly read, which is an invasion of privacy on my coworker. And none of them had any B character in it. So I don't know how he saw burrito, but nonetheless, I was having the chicken bacon ranch melt
Oh
and
my
I had some
god.
onions. Yes. And
Do you
my
know what?
stomach,
Did you send burnt?
I did not know.
Oh, I was gonna
The
say that
the
could have been
words that I
mistaken.
said, and I'm paraphrasing them now because I don't have my work laptop, because obviously that'd be against the rules to have that next to me while I'm on an open network like this. I had said that the CHM melt is hurting me. And then after that, I proceeded to follow with, "I need to use a porta john." I did not say anything about burrito, Troy, to clear the air, sir. But yes, I did in fact say that. I was having stomach issues about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it was gurgling. So yes, Thomas, that did happen, to answer your question, and this is all true.
I have never seen anyone laugh as hard as Troy. Like he was cracking up at what just happened in that meeting. Look,
Well, he should be in on more of my messages that I sent. I do talk about farting quite a bit. If that is of his amusement,
Oh
I
yeah.
will gladly share my farts with Troy in the sense that are released from my pantaloons. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
all right. So, Kevin, I appreciate. Oh, actually, no, the controversial question.
The
Ever read?
drop question.
Yeah, the drop question from
Was it
last year.
controversial? So
Was it a legal drop?
it was very legal. So when I hit the ball, I hit it out of some really thick rough. I just hit a 4-iron out there, knowing that if I come up short, because we had already played, so we knew there was a drop zone up. So I knew if I, wherever I land, if I don't make it to the green, I chip on. If I make it in that junk, I can take it to the drop area, which was right next to the cart path. So I ended up right in the middle of the what used to be that little, not river, but that little creek that runs in front of the hole, in front of the green. And I picked up my ball, walked left to the drop zone, dropped my ball, and it said drop in big white letters. Dropped it, chipped on to like a couple inches away. It was an incredible chip. So I don't know if there was any it was a good drop too, good form, everything. Um, I don't know if I call it controversial because I went to the drop zone that was established and known about prior because of the playoff hole.
Thank you. That was a great playoff hole. First tournament of the year.
A
So,
lot of strokes.
do you think you have a chance to win this year?
I think I have a chance. I feel, my game's inconsistent, but I've had like when I played with Manny at Wedgefield, I was striking the ball really well. And then like the round before that, I wasn't hitting it, and then the round before that, I was hitting it well. So it's just like if I'm on, I'm on, but it's just not consistent like it was.
All right. I guess we'll see this Saturday. All right. So with that said, we'll do a quick transition here. Waiting screen. We'll get Pete out of here. Bring in Manny. Turn to the Manny. Pete, thanks for joining in. See you whenever you come back. I guess it's a surprise.
It is, yeah. I live a life of mystery and a life of a lot of painful gases in my stomach. So until then, you'll know when I arrive when you start smelling. I'll
Oh,
arrive. Been a pleasure, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, Pete. You take care.
Thank you, Meeps.
All right. Welcome to the podcast, man, with Gonzalez. How you doing?
I am doing.
Dude, dude, it's so amazing to have you. See your face, like
I
it's
know.
amazing.
It's amazing to be here.
Um, so we have a little segment called Return of the Manny that
let's go.
we want to walk through some images. It's been a long time since you've played an event on this tour.
It has, yeah.
So
I think was the last one that I played the one that I won. Did I just go hiatus after that?
the Cava.
Might
Cava
have
Was
been
Cup.
the
that was
last
in
one.
August, right?
That was in
Yeah.
August, yeah.
Yeah, that must have been.
Nice.
We have some pictures here we can kind of, go through.
Holy.
Oh man, dude, you love taking pictures.
Oh yeah. Yeah, savor the memories.
I think my
I
favorite one's
actually,
the sombrero
yeah,
one.
that's incredible. Can't wait to recreate that.
So
I
do
Wait,
we
yeah.
have any video of the Kava Cup chip in, or is this gonna be like Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game where there's like no video of it?
there is no video of it. It
There is
was a
none.
one of those things where you had to be there.
It's just a legendary moment.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if we want to talk about this chip, but I can't remember if we've talked about it on this podcast or if the podcast kind of died out last season towards the end. But
Yeah, I think
oh
we
no, we
might
did.
have,
We
but
did
we
in
can do a recap.
no, we did in the first episode of this season.
That's right.
But yeah, what a tournament. Oh, that was great. Can you explain this? What image was?
Which one?
Uh, this
Oh,
one
the
here?
one that was that's my dad and me.
Okay. Who's that?
That is,
That's
I
his
think
daddy.
that guy used to golf,
Oh, thank you.
but yeah, he should be back soon. Oh
Are you excited to get back on tour?
yeah, I can't wait.
How's
Been waiting for this moment.
Melbourne treating you?
Melbourne's been pretty great. Golf's a little bit cheaper, like literally $10 cheaper, I guess. Um, but it's nice. There's a golf course about a minute and a half from where I'm at right now, and so I can just run over, get a quick 9 holes in on the weekend, or sometimes I'll play 18. But I've been just kind of running over to Harbor City, um, and just a quick 9 holes on a Sunday or a Saturday, just to get my the itch scratched for golf. And I think honestly, I've been playing better because of it. Obviously, that doesn't always translate to how you perform on an 18-hole round, but I was telling Kevin about it that actually switching to just playing 9 holes on the weekends, pretty much every weekend, um, it's felt really good. I feel like maybe it's a fatigue thing or I don't know what, but I've just felt a lot more consistent, a lot more comfortable. I'm not having really any swing thoughts or anything. It's just been consistent. So it's been great. I'm hoping I can keep that up. But Um, I think first time this year that I played 18 probably was with Kevin when I played Wedgefield a week or two ago, and that ended up being my best round that I've ever had at Wedgefield. Um, so it just kind of helped confirm what I was hoping. And then, now I'm hoping that this coming weekend I can replicate that again. So, we'll see.
Do you think you have strong odds to win this year, or sorry, this tournament upcoming this weekend?
This tournament this weekend, I don't know. I don't think I do. I haven't played Rio greens in a while. The greens that I've been playing have been, Wedgefield greens. Harbor City's greens are new as well, so they're similar to Wedgefield in that regard. They are a bit faster, and they are a bit more punishing. There's a lot more like undulation in the greens, but it's not like Winter Park 9, and I don't think it's anywhere near Rio. But that being said, I haven't been to Rio in at least a year, I think. So I really have no idea how I'm going to perform this weekend.
I'm excited. Have you seen? You haven't even seen pairings, have you?
I have not seen the pairings.
Bring him back up.
Bring him back up. Here we go. Boom.
We're still on the oh, there we go.
Traffic.
Wow. This is just incredible.
Are you excited to play with Troy?
What a banger. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been wanting to play with Troy for months. Oh man.
All
That's
right,
gonna be great.
so we have the swing video you sent over, and we kind of want to walk through.
Oh no.
Or do you not
Are you
want to?
sure?
Really, before we get into the swing, Manny, is there any
Oh, okay.
is there any psychological or are there any plans you have to play mind games on either your playing partner, Mr. Smith here, or on the group behind us?
Yeah, I don't want to tip off my card partner on any mind games I may play. But no, I'm actually excited to see Troy play, just because he's coming off the Meepers. Um, so I am excited to see how he does. I don't actually plan to mess with him much or anything, because I really just want to see if he can back up that Meepers championship with another solid performance. And I also don't know what he's been doing on his time off, golf wise. So I don't know if he's been getting lessons or how often he's hit the range. Um, so I'm really just interested to see how it plays out, how he does on his own there. But the group behind us, oh my God, that first guy, Weinberg, the big W, man, anything I can think of, anything I can do to just get in his head, it's just going to be so amusing. It's so easy.
Any predictions on winner out of this field, minus yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I think. Well, yeah, I don't know actually. I was gonna suggest Kyler,
No.
because I just have a weird feeling that you're gonna go lights out. But
Oh, that was not malicious. That's crazy. Tyler,
yeah.
sorry for your triple digit score.
That's gonna be hundreds.
But then no, but my kind of I think I say this a lot too though, but I have like a lot of confidence in Kevin's ability to um like reset and
That's
play
messed up.
consistently. So um I don't know. I think Kevin's got a strong shot at defending his title. So but I mean, like I said, I'm excited to see Troy's performance. I'm also excited to see Kevin's performance because he is the past champion. So those are two names that would be um really exciting to see at the top of the leaderboard throughout the round. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm excited. Very excited.
I definitely think our group is going to be the champion group.
I'm excited for our group. Fun.
Yeah.
Very pumped.
Yeah, I do want to bring up real quick though one quick thing regarding these groups here. So that first group there, Mr. Barham Slam. What's going on with that score he posted this weekend? leading up into this tournament?
That's a great question. I think there is a observation submission done on the MeepCon committee Bureau
Yeah.
investigation. Oh my God, I don't know. I'm trying to.
What?
Hello. Yeah, there was forms, many complaint forms submitted about that, and MeepCon committee proceeding forward with legal action.
Good. Yeah, we can't stand for any kind of corruption or you know, bad stuff like that. We got to get to the root of it quickly.
Yeah, we'll make sure we're on top of that. Any future happenings.
I will say there was a comment earlier in the chat that said via insider info, I will not be taking Charlie as the winner. Thank you. So that's an interesting thing to note, that there are, you know, people in his camp either leaking this to the media or
Yeah.
whatever, saying, you know, he might be dealing with something, but that might be try and boost his odds so they can hammer him and guarantee more money. So, you know,
Oh,
Right.
it's
Exactly.
really hard to tell what exactly is going on here, but there is a lot of controversy surrounding, you know, last year's #1 player.
I mean, we could really launch kind of sub investigations into these other people who are getting insider information.
Yeah,
very true.
I think what we really need is a you know, a full Meep style documentary, you know, maybe
Yeah.
on Netflix come out, or like HBO, and really follow some of these guys around and what's really happening. I think that would really be beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And call it half swing.
All right, Manny.
Speaking of half swings,
Yes. So thank you for providing this video. Kind of want to
Of
walk
course, of
through.
course.
Let's just start with the tee, ball and the tee. Walk through, like, why do you tee it up so high on iron?
Well, I like to make sure that there's no room for chunking. Um,
Smart.
yeah, yeah. And, inevitably I still do here and there. But I like to think that I won't. So I do, but there is a grain of truth to that. I really do when I tee it up low on iron shots, and I'm using a tee. Um, I do get in my own head and I do start thinking about, did I tee this up too low? Am I going to chunk this? Am I going to, kick the tee out of the ground and barely get the ball? Um, so yeah, so I really do tee it up kind of high on my iron shots because I just want to shut my brain up and just step up and swing. Um, and I've gotten used to it. So at this point, it's more of, I just do it now because that's what I'm used to hitting. That's what I'm expecting, and it works for me for now.
That's right. Wait here. So you always do this little waggle when you step up to the ball.
Yeah.
It's your little your routine every single time.
trademarked waggle.
It's so amazing. It's amazing to see in person. It's like I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I just do it. And it's kind of like, I don't know, OCD or something, but I do it because I have to. I can't start my swing. I can't do my swing if I haven't done the little waggle.
Yeah, and I think it's 5 every single time. Count.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
All right, so your take back here, I think it's pretty good. Short swing, not using the back much. Don't want to hurt
Yeah.
the back. And I think Kevin mentioned it would be nice to have a tracer on here, but obviously the camera zoomed in where it went to the left there.
Yeah.
I think you tend to overdraw your shots, right? That's your
Oh
miss.
yeah. Yeah, and I actually recently, not on the tee shots.
Look at the face.
Oh no, wait, we gotta go back. Let it play again.
So this is my cousin recording,
Where's this
and I
at?
told him this is in Georgia, in Macon, Georgia. Another public course, which I played 2 public courses, and it's 2 for 2 on clay fairways and spray painted greens. So not great. So yeah, I told my cousin, you should probably record this because I'm feeling an ace.
That's the best.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure I was looking. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the hole was over by those trees. Um, no, actually, in the audio, it's kind of hard to hear, but I immediately said stop, 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 stop recording. But he just got the end of that there. Um, but yeah, on my tee shots, I do cook it, overcook it a little bit, and I do expect it. I just have trouble changing my aim when I do that, so I still end up going left most of the time. Um, but since I started playing golf in 2025 again, more routinely, I've started to hit a lot of fades. Um, Either just a straight shot or a fade. I've kind of stopped drawing it, and I'm not really sure what changed or why yet. And then the same goes for my driver. My driver now isn't just a piss straight shot. I'm starting to hit a little bit of a fade, and here and there I'm hitting. It's turning into kind of a power fade. It's getting a little strong, but most of them are just a little baby fade. And again, I haven't intentionally made any changes, so I'm not sure what's going on with all of that, but haven't been able to get to the range and try to diagnose it.
So how is like the body feeling? And I know you've
I'm
had some issues in the past and not being able to
yeah,
play, but
I was having a lot of neck issues, and it would hurt in my follow through of my swing. It would hurt my neck and hurt my back a little bit. Um, and I haven't had any pain. I've been fine. Even when I played a couple of 18-hole rounds, no pain, no nothing. Um, and it's been good. I think I'm in the clear for now. I just try to take it easy on the frequency of everything, the weightlifting and sitting and all that stuff that kind of contributed to it.
your max bench press right now. Or do you bench?
I just started benching again, so I haven't done a max
What about
yet. I'm just
squatting?
doing.
You mentioned something about a max earlier recently.
Yeah, I've been doing some squats. I haven't done a 1 rep max, but I've been hitting some like fives. I think I'm hitting a 3 like in a couple weeks or something like that, but my 5 was like 3 uh 45, I think, or something like that. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Um, so I'm getting back there. I'm getting back up in the weights. I want to try and squat 405 again here at the end of the summer. And then by the end of the year, I want to be repping 405 again, like 3 5 reps, something like that. So I can try to get 500.
How does it feel that you could stack like 10 Dylans on your shoulders and squat him?
Pretty good actually, because yeah, he's little stick of beef jerky, that guy. Yeah, I'm actually really glad that he's not coming out on Saturday, because like what a distraction it would be to see those squirrels attacking Dylan the entire time. I mean, they see one of their own out there with golf clubs and they'll probably lose it.
Thomas asked, can we?
I will say, I was paired up with Dylan last year, and watching him play so horribly is actually very calming for me. Helped me stay focused. And so,
It just takes the pressure off you because you know you don't have to worry about him. Hey, Boat.
does Bolt have anything to say?
Hey, Bolt.
Ready for
Good. You should bring
Just
Bolt
letting
out
him.
there. See if he can take care of the squirrel problem.
right. Run away if they attack him. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Boat.
Sorry, no payment.
Thank you. Like the rest of us.
Oh man. So we know Full Swing just came out.
Yeah.
I haven't started watching it, but
I have not
I'm
as
going
well.
to.
I'm 2 episodes in.
How is it so far?
Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
When is the Scotty Scheffler part? There yet?
It's later on.
Okay.
I haven't gotten there yet. They keep flashing previews of it, but they haven't
Just
gotten
trying
to
to
it.
keep you hooked.
Time. All right. Well, I mean that's all we wanted to talk about today, unless any.
Not really much to talk about. I think when's the next one? Like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Once we have a winner from from upcoming tournament, I think we'll have more to talk about. But I think this was good. Kind of launch us into the episode.
Yeah, it's good to kind of have everyone online. Really, no technical difficulty. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But we got after looking at the stats here, we had 31 views overall. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
A lot of chat participation. Thank you, Thomas, Dylan,
Thank you, Thomas, Jalen, not Dylan,
Jalen,
Michael.
Dylan, Alexa.
it was a fun time. I had a great time doing it.
Did I miss the odds? Did you?
Oh,
we didn't. Did we bring the odds up for me?
oh, here, Manny.
I don't think I get to see them, but it's all good. Just sure.
You're
Yeah, there we
you're under
go.
the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
Go
how do you feel
Bulldogs.
being a dog?
It's pretty great. Maybe I will be a champ.
Maybe. See that? Imagine
Or I'll
betting
catch a felony.
$100 on you, 1,100.
Dang, I'd take that.
Would you
Yeah,
actually?
yeah, I would take that. $100, win 1,100.
But then
I could do
you're
it.
basically losing $100 though if you do that.
Yeah, but then I could just win.
True.
I could drive over your foot and then drive over everyone's foot
Bart.
and then still lose.
All right. Well, there's nothing left. I think we can call it a wrap for the second episode, second season.
Episode.
Oh,
Created
Exciting
episode.
stuff.
Thank you all for joining in, listening in. This will be posted on YouTube after, and as well as also on Spotify as well. Thank you all for listening, watching here on YouTube Live.
sounds good, guys.
Peace.
Peace.